Shane Mulvaney won a replay.
Way down the field, and then and it's wide, and then wide, and give back to Mulholland. Yeah, and some be good game for the next few minutes. And now the match following is Cavan Gaels and Mulholland. Next match. Now the Zeeman career tackle. And now the kick to way block. And then now goal. That's number 3, Eamon Day. And now it's fallen on the ground by number 8. Anthony O'Reilly kicked it in. And he kicked. And then that was a goal. A goal. Now the sides are leveling. all the numbers shaking it. And lots of local flags are going out for the big fight in the middle. Oh, it's over. That was a good. So, it was a draw. It was a draw today.
Welcome to today minor championship final. Man blowing the whistle, the replay of course here. Robbie McDermott will be the man in the middle. Robbie, former Cavan footballer and Ballinya clubman. We'll start off with the Lurgan line out. Lurgan of course this year will be combined of Maher McFinn's, Rama United and some players from Munchaconnet. I just see them on the warm out there and I'd know by the back there the balded gentleman, that would be Derek McDonald I would imagine, and he'll be coaching there and they learn the right way. Gary Farley of course doing a great job with these lads this year. They start as follows. In goal, Shane Mulvaney, son of Garda John Mulvaney, former illegal footballer in New York and Dublin, and played a little bit around home also. Right full, Dwayne Lynch. Full back, Emmett Daly. In the left corner, Michael O'Reilly. Right half, Joe Hopkins, another great rammer name. Andrew Brady, nephew of the great Rasher, he's centre half. And on the left side, Shane Gaffney, Mount Nugent, origins there, middle of the park. Son of the county councillor, Anton Riley, is the captain. He's partnered by Luke Mulvey. Another man with tradition in the Rammer colours, although today they'll line out for Lurgan. Munchaconnet man, Stephen Sheridan on the right side. His father Eugene played for Rammer himself in his time. On the 40, Daniel Nolan. And on the left side, I think he too could be of a Kerry origins and maybe a Munchaconnet man, I'm not just 100% sure. Left 3/4, Donald Farley. Top of the right, Michael Keaton. On the square, Stephen Monaghan, the captain, not the captain, but the mainstay midfielder for the Cavan and Manning Cup team this year and had some mighty games. And top of the left is Martin Rock. The Gaels going for a record 7th in a row. Line out as follows. Minding the house, David Riley. Right full, Gerard Riley. Full back, John Riley. And in the left corner, Darren Cassidy. Right half, Stick Meehan. Centre half, Joe Dunn. And on the left side, Anthony Quinn. Middle of the park, wearing number 8. Is Garrod Collins, and wearing number 19, I'm told, is Donald Farley. That would be a son of John Farley, former Collins footballer. I just have to see what other changes are on the Gaels team. Right 3/4, Daniel Graham. No, right now I'm looking at right 3/4 is number 17, Andrew Nelligan, younger brother of Cormac. On the 40, Thomas Kenny, and left 3/4, Christopher Quinn. Top of the right, Martin Dunn. On the square is Sean Higgins. And top of the left is Alan O'Riordan. Alan O'Riordan, we'll call him Chucky for the day. Chucky is now operating in at full forward and making a direct swap with Sean Higgins. He's in at left corner. Ready for the start of today's minor championship final replay. She's up and she's on. Man that has it is Stephen Monaghan. He's lining out. Instead of full forward, he's gone to the middle. In it goes. Man that has it there is Anton Riley. Anton Riley still has it. Still Anton Riley. Anton Riley being tackled there, still being tackled by Garrod Collins, trying to go for far, backward pass, back down the field it comes. Lurgan still on it. That ball was taken there by Shane Gaffney. He in turn fletched it off and is still being had there now. And dispossessed now by the Gaels. The Gaels, number 17, trying to get it over into the corner, and he gets pulled from behind and he wins his free. That's Martin Dunn who won that free, and that was good defending all around there by Garrod Collins. I don't know if he's going to be the free taker. Perhaps this is going to suit a left footer. It'll be about 44 metres in. No doubt he'll try and steal a few in the process. He's wearing a knee bandage on the right knee, and should anything happen to him, he would be a huge loss to the Gaels. He will take it, of course, a county minor. He goes quick. He's thrown it into Martin Dunn. Martin Dunn turns his man rather easily, let me say. He kicks it right-footed, and he kicks it high, and he kicks it straight, and he kicks it over the bar. First point of the game, and it's from Clay. Martin Dunn. Lurgan will need to be awake for those quick frees there taken there that time by Garrod Collins. That all started from over elaboration around the middle of the park or around the 40-yard line by the Lurgan lads, and they will need to settle things down, move the ball quicker. Stephen Monaghan, as I say, he's in the middle of the park wearing 14. He's been marked, as we said earlier, by Donald Farley. Shane Mulvaney in the minor panel early in the year. Shane will take the kick. He also represents his club on junior level between the house and now will graduate into the senior. She's up and she's broken, and Stephen Monaghan unable to get to it. Eventually it comes to his midfield partner there, Luke Mulvey, and this time now little sandwich along the line there. Gaels man down. I don't know who it is. I think it might be Stick Meehan. Play is stopped. Man may have taken a knock on the head. Not 100% sure. No, it's the left 3/4. That man is Christopher Quinn. Seems to have taken a knock. Not exactly sure. Maybe from his own man. It was certainly nothing malicious. Ball will probably be thrown up here. We'll just try and point out to you any other changes that are made. As we said, number 16 is in on the that man is James Lynch, son of Martin Lynch's. He's in wearing 16 and he's operating in a corner forward. Another Manning Cup star. So 16 is in for the Lurgan lads. Just goes to show the strength and depth there when you have a starter on the Manning Cup team, which is on the 16 county, not making it, although he is starting today, but when he's in as a substitute or a replacement player in on the. We have some banger to the Halloween nature going off at the moment. That ball is broken. Stephen Monaghan, but it only comes as far as Garrod Collins. He's tucked from behind, wins his free. But it goes to show the strength, as we said. It's in towards Chucky Reardon. Chucky Reardon, still Chucky, the left-footed player. Has a player in possession, goes left-footed, but that one's going to drop short. He probably should have dished that one off to his number 17. Should have been a score out of that one. And meanwhile, it's Luke Mulvey with the ball coming out of defence. Throws a fine ball up into his corner forward there, Mark Brock. Mark Brock unable to keep it in play. Line ball Gaels. They will be taken by Stick Meehan. Stick, of course, now in the business of voicemail antics, I believe. Leaving the messages. He's the man. Here come the Gaels. That was a good drop kick. Well out of his pocket. Well picked there by Joe Hopkins. Joe Hopkins. He throws it off to his corner forward, Michael Riley. Michael Riley has it again, taking it back. Ball kicked down out to his 40-yard man. 40-yard man is Desi Dolan, the half-carry man. We'll call him a Munchaconnet man, a Lurgan man today. Gives it to Anton Riley. Dangerous player when he runs at players. Anton Riley giving a great ball in, but this ball just skidded on the surface and out to the right and wide, and that is the first wide on the first half for Lurgan. Be an opportunity now for David Riley, the under 16 county keeper. He's in goals today for the Gaels minor team. And really not one of his better kicks. It's won there by Stephen Shorten. Stephen Shorten getting her in. Anton Riley, black spot. A point apiece, fine score. Anton Riley came from a poor kick out. In fact, it came there from down the field. Chucky won't be happy with that one because he's playing one of the more experienced players, county minor. Natural position, of course, is as a defender. Got man of the match last year in the county final against St Mary's when he played out around the middle. David Riley waits on Robbie. Robbie is after retrieving something on the field and handing it to one of his umpires. This is the curtain raiser to today's last of the big championship games, the intermediate final. Drung and Lacken. Beginning of the year, we'd got great odds on that one. That was well won in there by the 40-yard man, Daniel Nolan. Has the jersey tugged, wins it, has to come back to the right spot. Daniel Nolan caught that one on the fingertips, held on to it, and it will be taken by Stephen Monaghan. He's capable of kicking these over, but he's going to go quick this time, out far wing. Little bit long, going towards Anton Riley. Still Anton Riley has it this time. He's going to go left footed, throwing it in around the house. Well, one in there, he might be Stick Meehan. He's going to throw it out left side. Stephen Monaghan will be first man there, is first man there, close to the line. He's going to send her in around the house. Dangerous ball, high and dropping in. Ball broken down. Broken out there by the right cornerback, Garrod Riley. Garrod Riley, of course, nephew of the great James Down, another Gaels great. Ball is fed out there. Now it's the left half back, Shane Gaffney, son of Bistos. He gets it to Nolan. Nolan on the 45, sending her in. Gets it to Anton Riley. Anton Riley getting her in, but Anton Riley's left footed shot. Not a good one, and it skids harmlessly into the arms of David Riley. He feeds it out. Getting it to the number 19 player there, but he's trying to get her up to Sean Higgins. Sean Higgins is able to hold on to it, handle it on the ground. And from here, I have to say, Robbie McDermott would be correct in that decision. Now it's Stephen Monaghan. Monaghan, about 60 yards out. He's going to be only about 50 when he kicks it. It's going to drop in high and right. It's not going to be wide. Let's see. Ball breaks. A lot of descent. Goalkeeper David Riley has it. Thrown it outside. And now they're working it outfield. Collins hasn't it. Here comes Collins. Here comes Garrod Collins. Been shadowed well. But then dishes it off. Dishes it off to the midfielder number 19. He getting her on, and 19 getting it back. Will probably get a free from where she lands. That challenge gets going in. It was thrown out there in front of Chucky Reardon. But the 19, of course, was Donald Farley. Finn Baguri, the man who's not able to make it. It's going to be thrown up too long over it, or perhaps taken from the wrong spot, not sure. Ball broken back out. Comes to his centre half, Joe Dunn. He getting it to Collins. Drop kick by Collins, blocked down. And it's going to be a line ball. Unfortunate there for Luke Mulvey. Don't know if it was his uncle or his father, but if he's Mulvey, Luke Mulvey, there was a Luke Mulvey here, won a senior championship playing full back, and Barney, his brother, was a cornerback in 74 senior championship final. Stephen Monaghan finds a nice ball down to Stephen Shorten. Stephen Shorten dishes it off first time, does the right thing. The overlapping player, Joe Hopkins, takes it from the full back, Emmett Daly. Emmett Daly could have given away a free there. He was just better off playing the ball. Eventually Joe Hopkins losing that one, but back in finding this one is Dwayne Lynch. Dwayne Lynch throwing it out to Daly. Here's Daly. Daly throwing her in. Not one of his better balls, and Chucky Reardon has it. Still Chucky Reardon. Chucky Reardon, fine ball up to Higgins. Higgins throwing it out to his left half back. Left half back has it. Still left half back. That's a tackle there by Donald Farley. That one there was just as Stephen Shorten went to kick that ball. And that's possibly a ticking. Stephen Monaghan will be the taker. But again, Sean Higgins there throwing that ball out to Anthony Quinn. Anthony Quinnan was bottled up, unable to get rid of it in time. Quick one taken. Still to Stephen Shorten. Still Stephen Shorten. Gets the advantage there of Robbie McDermott. Throws a dangerous ball in. Anton Riley's there. Ball breaks. Out there coming. Garrod Riley still there. Not sure who's going to get this one. They're all over it. Luke Mulvey close to the line. Still Luke Mulvey does well. Been tackled by Chucky Reardon coming back in, and it's going to be a 45, I believe, and it's going to be very close. In in the corner. A little bit of argy-pargy in the corner, but so far we'd have to say quite a clean match, and we have about 8 minutes on the clock. Anton Riley, will Anton be the taker? Will it be Stephen Monaghan? Anton in his last year of minor. League final is over, so it's probably his last match in the minor. Ball going to be moved in because a little bit of tackling, so it will be a left-footed kicker's opportunity here now to open the scoring, or rather for the lead score. Left-footed kicker will be Michael Keating. Relatively easy chance, about 25 yards out, sends her high and sends her over the bar. And once again, David Riley will make his way to his 21-yard line. David, middle of the park, all up, ball breaks. Don't know who's going to get to it first. Daniel Dolan there. So too is Joe Dunn. Going to be a throw up, I would imagine, from the apparent intentions of Robbie McDermott. As we said, Chucky Reardon is now operating out around the centre of the field. Full back has been advised there not to follow him. There's going to be a change made there. They're trying to get Emmett Daly out in there, out of his defence. All broken. Quick ball is taken there by the Gaels. Not good play there with the Gaels. They really should have changed that one, but handled on the ground. Christopher Quinn, is it? Robbie McDermott is saying where it should be taken from. Anthony Quinn is going to be the taker. Taking it in, straight into the unmarked full back. Not a good ball. Really more work should be made of that one from the Gaels. Now it's coming back downfield. Michael O'Reilly. Thrown across to Stephen Monaghan. Stephen Monaghan. Long ball in. Michael Keaton is in there. Back inside is the corner back. All on his own. Darren Cassidy. Still Darren Cassidy. Wins his free. Chucky Reardon taking it. Takes it on that favourite left foot of his. Going long. Joe Hopkins does well. Throwing it back outside. Lucky to get away with the hand pass with it back in there. Comes to Stephen Monaghan back in. Now it's back to Anthony Quinn. Anthony Quinn throwing her out left side. Stick Meehan has it. Still Stick Meehan. Stick Meehan throwing it out right side. Looking for the 1-2. Getting it. No mess in there. And here comes Stick Meehan. Has the overlap coming on. Now it's the little 13 trying to kink inside. Back of the net by the Gaels. He has 1-1 from play. Man there was Martin Dunn. But that all came from Alan Reardon. Chucky back in his own defence. Ball well won. Threw it back Anthony Quinn. Anthony Quinn. Stick Meehan is the man that forced the move. Stick Meehan doing a great give and go there with his number 17, Andy Nelligan. And together they were able to create the extra man, forced the mistake, and now the score is 4-2. 1-1 plays 2 in favour of the Gaels. Ball up, well held by Monaghan. Still Monaghan. Thrown it out to Stephen Shorten. Stephen Shorten. First time ball, in it goes. John Riley over all heads. Here comes the keeper, David Riley. Throwing a little ball out there to Garrod Riley. Puts him in a little bit of a trouble. Still Garrod Riley. He thrown her downfield and he wins a free from where she lands. That's now all lands with Nelligan. Nelligan, left foot. Up it goes, up into the corner. All on his own. There's the wing three-quarter Christopher Quinn. Don't know if he's a brother, but should Hopkins does well, dispossesses him. Thrown across, here it comes. Ball doubled on there by the Lurgan man, and it's going to be a Lurgan ball. Not sure if that's the way it should be, but that's the way it is, and that's all that counts here. But Lurgan almost making a silly mistake back in there, giving away possession, but in fact it was Gaels had given it away first, and they almost did likewise. But now they have a line ball. They have it just short of the middle of the field from their point of view. Monaghan taking it, spins up the outside of the right boot, in high. Dunn up, well fielded by Joe Dunn. I presume that he's a part of the Butler's Bridge Brigade at some stage, but Stephen Monaghan doing well. Back up it comes, and it will be a Lurgan ball again, and a good decision by the linesman. That ball, Stephen Monaghan doing well, just doing enough. He has a number 4 inside there. That man is Michael O'Reilly. He was looking for that quick one. Stephen Monaghan taking a lot of kicks here, taking them all from out the field, trying to drive them all into Anton Riley. Ball breaking in across the top. Garrod Riley trying to get her in there. Back in now, it's John Riley. John Riley, still John Riley. Throwing it back out. Well worked outside by the Gaels, but they don't have it out yet, and it's going to be a 45. Good work there by Michael Keaton, boxing in the Gaels. Gaels, it looked as if they had done enough in the corner to get it out. Some man is doing too much talking when he should be listening. Meanwhile, the short one is on if Lurgan wanted to go down that option. 45, Stephen Monaghan puts it down on the line. Like the last one, very close to the line, and like it too, Anton Riley is there with him. Quick one is taken. Well, it works out well. It's not pretty, but they still have it. Gaffney. Dispossessed there is Monaghan. Now here come the Gaels. Christopher Quinn. Joe Hopkins is up there all on his own here. Now it's the goal scorer. He still has it. Trying to shimmy inside. Turns back in. This time he's dispossessed, trying to find Collins. Collins. Tackled by Hopkins. Nolan. Monaghan. Nolan. Here come Lurgan. Overlap, is it on? Doesn't just work out right now. Still, I think that could be Nolan on it. It is indeed. Daniel Nolan trying to shadow around, throws it into the right corner. Keaton has it, still Keaton. Adapt on the left foot. That one's going to go not wide yet, I don't believe, is it? It's just going, yes, it's going to make its way eventually. Did well, Michael Keaton cut around his man, but his kick a little bit to desired, and still 4 plays 2. On the clock we have 14 and change. David Riley with the kick out. Linesman instructing both managers that they cannot step across the boundaries onto the field. Some open and entertaining football so far. Lurgan, of course, coming back to prominence. Long time since they won a minor championship. Not quite sure, but I think it would be the James Cole, Martin Lynch and Jerry Brady era. I think Jerry Brady, known as Rasher in those days, won it with his right arm in a cast, and he scored 1-1 from play. That was about 1979 or 80. They're back today, not quite sure. My facts could be wrong. Lurgan are still coming. Here comes Anton Riley, strong on the ball, thrown out to Stephen Monaghan. Stephen Monaghan turn, has a look, sends her in high. Would it be long enough? Off the crossbar it comes. It's going to be a 45. That could have dropped in just as well. David Riley did get a finger to it, forced it up to the crossbar and unable to keep it in play. And down it comes, of course, for Gaels' minor heritage. You don't have to go back too far. They're going for 7 in a row. Something that has never been done in this county before. Remarkable achievement, and no doubt when you see any young man around Cavan town about 25 or less at this point in time in Cavan, he's walking around with a pocket full of medals. Some of these lads have 3, some have 2. And that is the basis on which the great Gaels team of the present will be looking to launch a major and serious assault on the Ulster Club Championship 2004, come 2005. That is why they are where it is. Foundation work has been done, and as we said earlier, it has also been done up in East Cavan and Virginia country, where all of these lads are back down to under 10. They're very strong. They are the current holders of the under 16 in the Division 1, where they comfortably disposed of a Bailieborough side in the final. That ball is driven in by Anton Riley, and it's driven over the black spot, and it's a fine score, and it's his second score. He has 1 from play, and he has 1 from a 45. Now it's a 1-point game. Normal Midway are a little stronger than that through the first half, and David Riley's back on his 21. Sean Cole down here, he's obviously involved too, is this some capacity? David sending her out high, she's going to drop her around the middle. Ball is going to break. That's Stephen Monaghan doing well. Eventually he comes there. Michael Riley getting it across. That ball is fed in very high there. John Riley gets that and does well, getting it to the stick Meehan, back to Joe Dunn. Joe Dunn is fouled, and Joe Dunn's going to win his free. I believe that was the centre back who threw that one up there. That was Andy Brady. Stick Meehan, leaving her back up towards the midfielder. Man has it is Donald Farley. Donald Farley. Ball has gone over the line. Line ball, Lurgan. Man's going to take it is Bistow. Bistow Jr. He's going to leave it for Stephen Monaghan. Midfielder. Maybe taking frees out there where he'd be better suited to be in and around the house, because he's a dangerous footballer. Well won in there by Dunn. Joe Dunn has it. Joe Dunn is fouled. Joe Dunn is up and about to take his free. He has Collins in the middle. Collins being relatively quiet so far. Peeling off him now is Alan Reardon, two players with probably the most experience on this Gaels minor team, along with John Riley in at the full back line. Thrown into Quinn, into Higgins. Higgins has it. Still Higgins. Running at them is Higgins. Still Higgins. Going after him is Hopkins. Sends her over the bar. It's a good score by Higgins. They're dangerous on the break, these Gaels lads. Very dangerous on the break, and that's a good score. Back to a 2-point game. 5 plays 3 or 1-2 to 3, whatever way you like to do the math. Shane Mulvaney back to his 21. Either way, it's 3 scores apiece. The Gaels will be the happier of the two with the amount of possession they have. There's 18 and change on the clock. Shane Mulvaney prepares to put her back into play. Driving her out right side. They're all up. Ball broken again. Well won by Stephen Monaghan. Wins his own break. Sending her back up in around the house again. Garrod Riley across all heads. Michael Keaton is the man that's in there. Still Michael Keaton. Anton Riley bearing down on goal. Going to meet him is Stick Meehan. Stick blocks it and John Riley picks it up and wins the free out. Anything good that's happened back in that defence, I have to say Stick Meehan is the man that's involved. Well worked up outfield. Donald Farley trying to get her up towards Higgins. Cross Higgins' head. Corner back, Dwayne Lynch did well there. And here comes Emmett Daly. Daly downfield, it comes, but Stick Meehan has it again. Getting it up to the 40 yards man is Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny throwing her up to the goal scorer, and he has a point as well. He has Stick Meehan. Going on the left foot, sending her in around the house. That's a good ball. Sends the shimmy, send her in high. Off the crossbar, Mulvaney did well. Took that one off the crossbar and sent her back down the field. Only as far as Garrod Collins. Score was on. Now it's Stick Meehan. Back to Collins. Still Collins. Back in towels to Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny on the right foot. And he sends her high and he sends her over the bar. It's a good score there. Shane Mulvaney did great work, but he drove it outfield. We have a man down on the Gael side. It could be, I believe, Kenny. But that was a good score, or perhaps it's, sorry, not Kenny, but Collins. That was a good score by Tom Kenny. As I said, they probably had a goal chance earlier, but corner forward, Martin Dunn elected to have a lash, drop short. Collins and Daly, one on each side, appear to be okay. Shane Mulvaney again, out the field they come. Ball broken, well broken down there by Donald Farley. Now it's Andrew Brady. Andrew Brady does well, getting out to Joe Hopkins. Hopkins downfield. Garrod Riley back inside, getting a foot on it, but only as far as Stephen Shorten. He's a speedster. Another under 16 county player, turning inside. Back inside, Anton Riley. Back of the net, sides are level. Believe, was it Anton Riley that stuck that? Not sure if it was Anton Riley or James Lynch. Sides are level, 1-3 apiece. All came downfield in a hurry. We're in for a rip-roaring game here. David Riley able to get down now, and down in the spot where nobody likes it. And here comes Daniel Nolan. Now it's Anton Riley operating out in the middle of the park. Stephen Shorten, Anton Riley, sending her just to the right and wide. That upper appears to have been in full forward now at this point in time is Luke Mulvey. David Riley, that's a better kick. All out in the middle of the park, ball breaking. Mulvey has it. John Riley picks his pocket. He has his pocket pick it and turn. This time it comes to Collins. Still Collins. Collins going right foot it down towards Dunn. Dunn, past Dunn, all the way in at the back. Andrew Brady will be first there. Going to meet him is Nelligan. Still Andrew Brady, he's fouled. He goes downfield, it's going to be close to the line, unable to keep it in play. Not a good ball by Andy Brady, despite the best efforts. Up to 40 yard, but Daniel Nolan able to keep it in play. Now it's Tom Kenny, still Tom Kenny, last scorer for the Gaels. Getting it back to Collins. Collins, inside. That's a good ball. And now it's Dunn. Dunn on the right foot. And that's, how is it? It's gone to the left and wide. And from, I think that may be the first wide of the afternoon for the Gaels. It's over 20 minutes in, and that's the first wide of the half. Rory McDermott again insisting that players stay off, and we have number 17 warming up. That's Robert McEwen on the Lurgan side. Shane Mulvaney back in on his own 6-yard box. Out they come. Oh, it was a important ball for Joe Dunn or Joe Higgins to get there. Had number 12 there, Christopher Quinn got that. The goal chance was on, and there was the overlap. But here come Lurgan. They're looking dangerous on the break now, starting to find their rhythm here. Martin Rock throwing it out. Not a good ball. Collins. Up they go, up towards Tom Kenny. Not a good ball. Comes to Andy Brady, right-footed kick, in it comes. Collins seems to be labouring. Should anything happen to him, I think the Gaels will be in serious bother. David Riley. Still David Riley. He's going to go for distance this time. It's going to go across the top. Nelligan has it. Nelligan does well. Shadows his man. Throws it inside. And here comes Tom Kenny. Tom Kenny in toward Dunn. Dunn with men in support. He gets it inside to Donald Farley. Still Donald Farley. He's going to cut inside his man. Going for score. Kicks it right-footed. Kept in play. Was kicked over the bar, but the umpire had no hesitation in saying that ball was gone wide. From here, it was too tough to call. Man was right on the spot. He didn't have any hesitation. Shane Mulvaney to the edge of a 6-yard box, and that's 2 wides in quick succession for the Gaels. Rammer or Lurgan, rather, could get in trouble for saying that. Lurgan are going to have to close down Martin Dunning in that corner. There's oceans of space being created in front of him. Not much a cornerback can do, because he's getting quality ball in front. Can't really commit, because, well, then when he gets in, he looks like the business. Shane Mulvaney. Stephen Monaghan catching it uncontested on his chest and doing well. Wins his free. Fine player for the future. Andrew Brady taking it across to Anton Riley. Anton Riley, Daniel Nolan. Anton Riley. Left-footed kick. In it goes in towards Keaton. Still Keaton. Throwing her back inside. John Riley will be there. Is he going to leave it go back? He's going to leave it all the way to the left and wide. Play just getting a little bit more scrappy with both sides. Both are very close. In scores, they're locked on 1-3 apiece. And talent-wise, well, the fact that it's a replay will tell you that this is still anybody's game. David Riley on the edge of a 6-yard box. Prepares to thumper out once more. He's going to drop about 45 or 50 metres out. Ball broken. Stephen Monaghan breaks it. Lurgan probably should have held on to that one there. I think it was Luke Mulvey, the man who had it. Now it's going to come. Not a good pass there. Ball breaking and open up top ahead of Donald Farley. That wasn't a good ball by Garrod Collins. Here comes Daniel Nolan. Still Daniel Nolan. Quite capable of hitting this one on the run and scoring. He's going to send her in over the top, and it's going to go to the left and wide. David Riley been busy in the last couple of minutes, but there was an opportunity there. It all came from a quick kick and a high kick taken by Garrod Collins. It put his number 19 and midfield partner, Donald Farley, into trouble. Other options were on. From the flags, it would appear that any wind that's in it is with it the Lurgan way. They're all out. Dunn is up, unable to hold on to it. Now it's John Riley, wins the foot race. Unable to get it. Anton Riley pulls on it. Anton Riley pulls on her over the bar. So far, Anton Riley can't do anything wrong. Playing a real captain's role. John Riley should have had that ball picked, unable to do so. And it's the Lurgan lads are in front. Leading 7 points to 6. And tradition would tell us that Gaels are currently playing into the scoring goals. That's the way tradition would tell us, but of course many teams in the past, and I'm sure in the future, will put paid to that type of tradition. Here it comes. It's a good kick by Riley. All they come. Ball broken out in the middle of the field. Dunn has it. Dunn sending her downfield. Man on the centre forward there that's now moved up is Christopher Quinn. He's going to try and send that one in around the house, but Shane Mulvaney is going to be in there. He's going to guide it wide, or it's well won in there. Here come Emmett Daly. Good play in there by Daly, sending her downfield. Higgins is down there, so too is Stephen Monaghan. Higgins has it. Higgins unable to get to it. Stephen Shorten wins it well. Has a man running inside, and a fine ball it is. Inside it comes. In across the top. That ball should have been won by Daniel Nolan. It wasn't. He has stick Collins outside. Now Collins has a man overlapping. The overlap is on, but he needs to give it quickly. Hasn't done so. Perhaps he's going to go inside himself. He times it well. Now it's Alan Reardon. Inside it comes. Back of the net there. There was great goal inside there by Anthony Quinn. Did well on the pressure. Kept it on the carpet. A real Jason Riley goal. Nothing spectacular. Not hitting the roof of the net, but it was a great goal on the counter-attack there. And the Gaels now, it's 2 goals and 3. 9 Clyde plays 7. We're getting close to the halfway stage. My clock says 28. So right now it means that that move looks to be an inspired move by the Gaels lads. They've moved number 7 there. He won the free initially over in the 40 yards, and ball breaking up there. Dunn unable to break it. Well held by Anton Riley. Being stood up there. Anton Riley. I think a little bit of argy-pargy, nothing too serious. Possibly a yellow card. Alan Reardon is up and he's okay. Three additional minutes we're told here. Collins will be the taker. I didn't see the card go up. I presume it was a yellow. My fault for not looking. But that goal came a little bit against the run of play. Lurgan were after hitting 2 or 3 wides when perhaps the scores were on. Out it comes. Alan Reardon, in fact, was the man involved in that goal. He sent it in. It looked as if perhaps it was a little late. Now it's done. That one's going to drop short, right and wide. Taking maybe a little bit too much out of the ball recently is Martin Dunning in that corner. The man running off his shoulder there, perhaps he should have got that one. He didn't. 2-3, plays 1-4. Shane Mulvaney. Sun in the eyes, sending her out. Good drive, left side, well fielded there. Wins the free, back it will be on his own 50-yard line. That free was won by Michael O'Reilly. Going out the right side. Stephen Shorten, playing well as Stephen Shorten. Gone back in to contail him was Sean Higgins. Sean Higgins, of course, a defender. Today he started full forward, or started with 14. He played in the corner. He kicked a good score, but he's gone back there. Stephen Shorten is playing quite well there and getting a lot of ball back in there. Christopher Quinn. Once again, Anton Riley back in there. Anton Riley has 3 points kicked, as I said. I'm not quite sure who got the goal. That's a fine ball. Into Rock, still Rock. Rock getting it to James Lynch. James Lynch in across the top. David Riley may be the man to get it. He has Stick Meehan overlapping. Stick Meehan taking it downfield. Here comes the Stick. Stick still on the run. Mike Meehan in across the top, throwing her into Martin Dunn, throwing her into space. Will he be able to keep it in play? He won't. And that will take us, well, it's just about 30 minutes gone. A couple of minutes left to the half. 2-point game. Mulvey come back in, operating it, pull back. Here comes, I don't know what's going to happen in there. We're going to probably have a throw ball up in there. No, it wasn't Dwayne Lynch. I think it might have been Emmett Daly. Free in. Christopher Quinn won the free. All he did was stood his man up. He got pulled a little bit off the ball. Probably both players guilty there. I would imagine a throw ball might have been the way to go, but I'm not the man in the middle. I don't make the shots, and one man I certainly won't tell how to do it is Robbie Mack. Chucky Reardon will try and take it. He's going to take it off the carpet. He is left-footed, but Martin Dunn appears to be equally comfortable on both feet, as we said earlier. Alan, of course, who has represented Ireland at underage levels in the soccer code, more attuned and adept to it to being a defender. He's sending her high. He sent her over the bar. That's Chucky. He makes it a 3-point game. Shane, once again, out to his own 21. And it's half-time. Half-time sounds, and it's a 3-point game. 2-4 plays 1-4. Still all to play for. And we await the second half. She's up and she's on. Second half is on. Stephen Monaghan there, but first to get to it was Joe Dunn. Joe Dunn pulls in it first time. Up there first is Dwayne Lynch, the right corner back for Lurgan. Close to his line. It's a line ball. He lets it go over the line and he likes to take the kick. He's going to go right footed. Upfield they go. Ball breaks. Chucky Reardon is the man with the break. He wins his free. He's taking a look inside. No, the quick one is not on. He's going to take it out into the corner. Breaking off there is Martin Dunn. Still Martin Dunn. Left-footed kick. How's that one going to go? It's going to go high and over the bar. That's a good score from a very acute angle. Martin Dunn has a goal and 2 points from play. Chucky Reardon won the break, won it well, won his free well, and then stuck her into the corner. 4-point game, all to play for. Minor Championship final replay. Shane Mulvaney to his own 21. They came back from the dead with 4 points, goal and a point at the death in the drawn match did Lurgan. Mulvaney, fine kick, 75 yards out. Monaghan fields, drops, has a man overlapping. Stephen Shorten's gone on his onio. Emmett Daly, still Emmett Daly. Back into Stephen Monaghan. He throws it up into the corner. Shorten now has it. Stephen Shorten going first time in around the house. They're all up, ball broken. Gaffney, Anton Riley, left-footed. Unfortunate there for, I think it was Anton Riley. Stick Meehan. Driven downfield, not a good ball by the Gaels. They're putting themselves under pressure again. Andy Brady in around the house. Now it's Rock, being chased by Garrod Riley. Still Rock. One right-footed kick. That's a good score by the young Martin Rock. Kicked right-footed, high and straight and over the black spot. All came from not a great clearance from the Gaels. David Riley back to the 21 for the first time this half. 1-5 plays 2-5. Only a couple of minutes played. Out to the middle they go. Across the top. Man that's coming in is Nelligan. Still Nelligan. Goes in past Nelligan. Emmett Daly. Andy Brady. Andy Brady. The overlap is on. That went to Gaffney and then it went to Riley. Ball breaks. Inside now is Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton. Now it's Garrod Riley. Garrod Riley. Back it comes to Joe Dunn. Now it's Stick Meehan. He's sending her up high. She's not going to stay and play, I don't think. Gaffney fields. Gaffney gets it to Monaghan. Monaghan driving her in around the house. Anton Riley, I think, that has it. Still Anton Riley. Left-footed kick. Dangerous one to Stephen Shorten. Blasted high and blasted wide here in the second half. A good ball by Anton Riley in on the left foot, and there's a Gaels man down injured there in his efforts to block that one from Stephen Shorten. Oh, a good ball thrown in there by Anton Riley. Perhaps the punch score was on. Not sure who's down, but he seems to have taken a severe knock. Play will be stopped for David Riley there, prepared to take the kick out. I think it might be the right ankle of the player that's down. Going to get the magic bottle. Hopefully he'll be okay to return to the fray. No changes in personnel, I don't believe. My count, it was 4 wides to Lurgan in the first half, 2 to the Gaels. Second half, Lurgan have 1. So far, the Gaels have none. Sean Higgins is the man that was down. He's back up. He's the man, as we said before half-time, was taken out of the forward line to come back to Marshall Stephen Shorten. Stephen has eluded him once or twice here in the second half. He need to get to grips with it. David Riley, out the ball goes. All it goes up. Well fielded by Stephen Monaghan. Michael Riley, thrown her back inside. Anton Riley, left-footed from Anton Riley. Sent in high and sent over the bar. Anton Riley has 4 points kicked. He kicked one off the ground. He kicked one from a free, a 45 it was. And he's kicked 2 from play. James Lynch has the goal. It was a 2-point game. 1-6 plays 2-5. 9 plays 11. That was again though Stephen Monaghan in the middle of the park did well. Just 4 minutes gone. Almost 5. David Riley's kick, all up. Reardon wins it. Trying to get it in. Stephen Monaghan. Still Stephen Monaghan. Throws it out to Gaffney. Bistow. He's leaving it in for Monaghan. Still Stephen. He's thrown it in to Bistow. Still Bistow. Back outside it comes. Now it's Rock. Scored a fine score down this wing a minute ago. He's throwing it back across the middle. That's another great attempt, but it's just going to leak to the right and wide. It was a good attempt there by the number 17, Robert McKeown. I think it might be Stephen Monaghan is down. Didn't see what happened. Lurgan crowd here, they're not happy. Seemed to think it was a late challenge. I can't comment, didn't see it. Now it's David Riley. He'll await to take the kick out because we have Stephen, as I said, down injured, having a tremendous game here around the middle of the park. And we have just 3 men, and along with the goalkeeper Shane Mulvaney, 3 men on their markers for the Gaels. They're trying to clog it up around the middle. They haven't been able to get the ball out across the middle of the field that much here in the second half. They did once, they got a score. Lurgan have replied, come back and down, picked 2 fine points since that. David Riley. Garrod Collins back in as a defender now here in the second half. They're all up. James Lynch crosses his head. Now it's Joe Dunn. Still Joe Dunn. He getting it across. He getting it now. Eventually it's Dunn again. Ball comes off Dwayne Lynch. Dwayne Lynch starting to come into it more there. Getting it to Stephen Shorten. He's getting it back up to Anton Riley. Still Anton Riley. Still Anton Riley. He's sending her high, right footed, and he's sending it to the right and wide. Anton's kick from the corner, trying to slice her over on the right boot. Unable to do so. She goes right and she goes wide, and there will be David Riley again with the kick out. A little bit more punch, I think, needed up on the forward line because the Gaels don't seem to be able to win those 50-50 balls coming downfield. Up they go. They all go up in the middle of the field. Ball breaks. Gaels have the break. Stick Meehan has it. No, it's John Riley. John Riley has it. May have taken a knock there, not sure. Could have been a collarbone. Certainly not John Riley's style to stay down. He seems to have taken a tough enough knock. This little girl from the Gaels is quite busy in and out, but I do believe that John Riley could be in trouble here. What a loss he would be. McDermott taking a look at all proceedings. Sean Cole went in to issue instructions, no doubt, to some of his players. Martin Dunn is in there, the other end of the business end of the field from the Gaels' point of view. Joe Hopkins is back in there now in the second half. His job is to curtail Martin Dunn. Move perhaps, well, because of their size, thought we'd have seen something like that earlier. John Riley's up, he seems to be okay. Stick Meehan will be the taker. Throws a nice ball out to the corner. Nice flick on, unable to keep it in play. The flick was dangerous, it was taken, and it was flicked in there by Nelligan, unable to keep it in play. Monaghan will be the taker. Fine ball cross field, but loses the shape of Michael Riley. Only comes as far as the Gaels man. Man is Christopher Quinn. He's tackled from around the back. Possibly had him, was Christopher Quinn. He possibly had him kicked up. Chucky Reardon has gone in the overlap. He's looking for that ball across the top. He's not getting it. Now it's once again Collins. Still Collins. Eludes one challenge. Getting back inside. Quinn kicking her high, kicking her to the over the bar. That's a good score. Collins just stretching there, getting that in on the left foot. It looked as if he was just about to be penalised for over carrying, and he eventually just got that little stretch to it and got it in as far as Quinn, and it was kicked over the bar. Shane Mulvaney was looking at the options there, was going to go quick. This time he's going to probably go to the middle of the park. They'll win in the middle of the park. Stephen Monaghan having a blinder there. Tom Kenny out now to try and subdue him. Shane Mulvaney changing wings. They're all up. Ball looking to break, but it's well held by Gaffney. Still Gaffney. Bistow kicking her right footed downfield. They're all up under it. Ball breaking. Back it comes to Stephen Monaghan, looking at his options inside. Plays the right ball across field. Emmett Daly. Still Emmett Daly. Full back. Now coming outfield. Mohan. Still Emmett Daly. Back in it comes. Partially blocked down there. Emmett Daly back inside to Stephen Monaghan. Now throwing it back outfield. Don't know what's going to happen here. Two men collide with other. Not sure. Stephen Monaghan has won. So too, I think it might be number 17. It will be a free into the Gaels, and there'll possibly be a card here. It looks as if it might be Andrew Nelligan. Not sure exactly what happened and how it happened. Stephen a little bit in the wars here, but Sean Higgins, I think it is the man. Sean Higgins. These two guys, of course, will be playing mates on the Manning Cup team and successful in that competition, also successful in the other competition, the Gerard Riley tournament in Oldcastle. Stephen Monaghan has Emmett Daly overlapping. That's the man that gets it. He's just inside the 50-yard line. Sending her in around the house. Stick Meehan has it. Still Stick Meehan. Still Stick Meehan. Getting it back outside to Dunn. Not a good ball to Dunn. Dunn has to be forced to get a toe to it and out across the line, and it came off. Yes, possibly correct there. It came off number 13, and it will be a line ball, and it will be a line ball to the Gaels. Rather unlucky there was Michael Keaton, forced a mistake, and it just came off him. Stick Meehan. It was his poor pass that led to that. They done okay though on it. Ball across the top. Here comes Dunn. Dunn out to Quinn. Has one goal to his credit. He's inside the 40-yard line. He's going to try and kick it out from long range. It's going to go to the right and it's going to go wide. You possibly should have used Martin Dunn there if you had to hold it up. It's a wide to the Gaels. The score is 2-6 to 1-6. We have gone about 12 minutes in the second half. 18 to go. The Gaels looking to do 7 in a row. Brendan Nelligan rather dangerously here, or nervously, is sipping on his champagne, aka Lucozade. Shane Mulvaney to the middle of the park. She's dropping round to 50. She breaks. Chucky does well. Picks the pocket. Still Chucky using a little bit of power here. Wins the free again. Throws it across now to Collins. Collins going to try and cut inside. Left-footed kick by Collins. Is it going to go high? It's going to go over the bar. No, it's not. It's well won there by Dwayne Lynch. He's kicking her outfield. He fends Andy Brady, his centre back. Still Andy Brady. Going right-footed. Back downfield. Only as far as Dunn. Dunn to Chucky. Looking at the options inside. Trying to get her across the top to Collins. Inside it's going to go. Quinn. Christopher Quinn. He has Collins in support. He's got to give it to him. He does so. He's going to cut inside. Collins on the right foot. Over-carried it. Done it too well. Martin Dunn was all on his own. Far side of the field. Should have got the ball flicked across to him. He was playing, peeling off. We have a substitution on the Gaels side. Daniel Graham, 15 years of age, making his way in. Junior cert student, I believe, in St Patrick's College. Making way for him. Oh, making way is the man who scored the first goal there. Anthony Quinn, nothing to the actor, I don't believe. Andy Brady. Back downfield, Robert McKeown. Driving her down towards James Lynch. Still James Lynch. Back inside to Sean Higgins. That's not a good ball. Higgins going right corner. This hops across Joe Hopkins. It doesn't. Hopkins has it under control. Feeds Monaghan. Monaghan on his own 50. Outshadow him is Dunn. He partially blocks it down. Touched on the ground, but he was pushed in the back. It's going to be a free to Stephen Sheridan. The free will be taken by Stephen Monaghan. He's going up towards John Riley country. So too is Anton Riley there. Ball broken down. Don't know who's going to win the break. It's Robert McKeown. He's getting right into the corner. James Lynch in pursuit. He's close to the byline. It hits the flag. When it hits the flag, it's a line ball. Line ball will be taken, I believe, by Sean Higgins. He's going across to Chucky Reardon. Still Chucky. Chucky in on the left foot. Dangerous there. Carrying it over carrying. He's going to hit a Gary Owen. She's up close to the line. They're all up for it. Ball broken down. Stephen Sheridan has it. Stephen Sheridan elects to let it go over the line. Stephen Monaghan again will be the taker. We have a substitute coming in on the Lurgan side. Donald Farley coming in. Donald Farley coming in for Shane Gaffney. He's probably going to operate maybe as a defender, and I'm not quite sure who's going to go heading upfield. It could be Michael Riley. No, perhaps it's Michael Riley. He's been called ashore. Chucky Reardon, still Chucky. Turns and jinks in on the left foot, being shadowed by Anton Riley. Foul by Anton Riley. Wins his free. Going right footed, but it's going to be into trouble here. Rama have it, or Lurgan have it. Andy Brady has it, still Andy Brady. Still Andy Brady. Good ball flicked across by Andy Brady. Across to the centre forward, Daniel Nolan. He getting it to Anton Riley. Anton Riley throwing in a Gary Owen on the left foot. Stick Meehan there trying to tackle. Robert McKeown now has it. Was Stickler was trying to operate inside there. Now it's the ball across the top, man down. Stephen Monaghan, right-footed kick. Is it going to go to the left? It's going to go to the left and wide. And the man that's down was number 17, Andrew Nelligan. Appears to have taken a knock on the right ankle. As we said there, Stick Meehan was trying to curtail there the actions of Michael Keaton. Keaton threw the ball in across. It went in a little high, won by Brady, thrown in to Monaghan. Monaghan's kick just out to the left and wide. Still a 3-point game on the clock. We have gone 16 minutes. Man that's coming in is Lee Jackson. Offering perhaps a little bit of power back in there for the Gaels side. Don't know who's going to be making away. Don't know if Andrew Nelligan is going to be able to continue. The right ankle or right calf, it seems to be the problem area. Andrew Nelligan unable to continue. Lee Jackson going in. Now David Riley. Back in action. She's going to drop around the 45. Monaghan fields uncontested. Drives her in around the house. Ball breaking. Riley gets a touch to it. Higgins has it. Unable to get her up yet. He's still Higgins. He's playing Osaka style. He bends for it. He's unable to get it. He gets it at the second attempt. He has done in support. Free in over Carrion. Sean Higgins had Joe Dunn in support there. Got bottled in. Over carried. Free kick. Michael Keaton, 40 yards out from his goals. Emmett Daly making the run up. Taken quickly to Anton Riley. Anton Riley uncontested, but blocked down there. Tom Kenny has it. Once again, Emmett Daly with it this time. Emmett Daly with the opportunity. Emmett Daly kicking her high and kicking her over the bar. Full back, going all the way downfield, showing his men how it should be done. Really, the Gaels should have had that clear. They had all the hard work done. Tremendous block down, but weren't able to force it out. Weren't able to get it and clear it downfield. And this game is far from over. We're in the last 10, just about. Perhaps one or two with it. All depends now. We've had a couple of injuries. Monaghan, on again, uncontested, winning her in the middle of the field. Andy Brady driving her down the throat. Still Joe Dunn getting a toe in at it. Going to be a throw up, I would say, here. Lurgan need to get a couple of scores here. They trail by 2. They have lots of time left. They're putting the pressure on here if we wanted this one to go to extra time and delay the intermediate final. Ball breaking. Lee Jackson had it. Lee Jackson gave it away. Anton Riley has it. Anton Riley's foul. Wins the free. And we have quite a few under 16 players here on the Gaels side, and I'm just wondering if in the last 10 they might be caught for a little bit of power on the heavy conditions. Lurgan, big strong side, starting to assert themselves in the vital area of the field, and Garrod Collins does appear to be dragging the leg. It's going to be up to Reardon, Riley and Co to try and hold the fort. Anton Riley, he's kicked the 45, distance on the right foot, he's kicked him on his left foot, he's kicked him off the ground, he's kicked him on the run. Here he comes. How does this one go? Reardon has it. Still Reardon on the left foot, going downfield. Anyone there to win it? Here come the Gaels again. Downfield they come. Dunn in pursuit is Hopkins. Still Dunn. Ball punched out over for a 45. Well done there by Joe Hopkins, but Martin Dunn should have had that ball gone. He was going to bear down one-on-one with Mulvaney had he got it, but the 45 will lift the siege. Chucky doing the business back inside there on his own square. Meanwhile, we hear that in Dublin, Ireland are having a commanding lead at half-time in the compromise rules first test. That will be aggregate score. Collins is there, so too is Reardon. I think they'll try and conjure something up here short between them. Old Dog for the hard road, so too going in there is Daniel Graham. Or I don't think I'm right in saying Daniel Graham. I think yes, it is Daniel Graham. I was thinking of Daniel Sexton. In they go. Lee Jackson, ball breaks. 45. 45 is one. This one will be a left-footed kicker. Perhaps Chucky will be the taker. Perhaps it'll be Stick. Not quite sure. Gaels could they lead by 2. We've had a couple of men down injured, so we don't know exactly what's going to be played in overtime. Chucky kicked one from a close-in free in the first half. This time he looks as if he's not going to go short with this one. He's going to head for home. It's wind assisted. Not much though. It's going to go left and wide. Right and wide, I mean. Second wide of the half for the Gaels. Shane Mulvaney back in on his own 6-yard box. Now Lurgan trail by 2. All hands on deck now for the last 10. One thing I have to say is here that there does appear to be significantly more support here for the Gaels minors than there does for their senior team. Not going to get caught out on bad grammar here. A couple of teachers on both sides be given out to me. They've done it before. Shane Mulvaney going to replace the ball. Still lots of time left on this one. Shane takes the single step. Ball brought one by Dunn. Still by Dunn. Inside to Collins. Collins left foot. Back of the net. No, I think it's going to be. I'm waiting just here to see what the umpire's going to do there. I think they're going to wait till the play goes dead. I'm not sure, but this may be a goal. Not quite sure. Wait till we just see. Ball cleared downfield. Here come Lurgan. Downfield they come. Really should have been a goal, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to wait until the ball goes dead. Now it's Lurgan. Downfield, Lee Jackson. Lee Jackson winning it out for Higgins. Higgins finds Farley. Farley finds Collins. Collins on the attack. He has Daniel Graham in pursuit. Still, he wins his free in, and now we're going to see what exactly is going to happen up here. We have a man down for Lurgan. No, the linesman are staying quiet. It looked as if the man there with the white flag was very anxious there to put the flag up, but it was. Let's see if that timber is going to be important. Ball is kicked in high. She's going to drop around the house. Well fielded in there by Farley, but has the pocket picked there as he tried to send it back out. Here come Hopkins and here come Lurgan. They need to make it happen. Don't know how the line ball is going to go. Stick keeps it in play. McKeown blocked down by Dunn. Now it's into Quinn, back inside. Dunn. Well blocked by Shane Mulvaney. He's playing a hero's part in there. Going to be kicked outfield. Dunn there really had all he had to do was to round the keeper, and all they have to do now, Lurgan, is get it in. Daniel Nolan getting it back downfield. Back inside to McKeown. McKeown on the attack. Linesman going to pick it up, free up. Somebody kicked off the ball. Quick one is going to be taken. Is it going to be taken? Or is there going to be a card? I don't know what exactly is going to happen here. But definitely Lurgan getting every chance in the world here. The crossbar was struck. Shane Mulvaney just saved the bacon there. Martin Dunn should have had a second goal. He didn't. Good work there. Mulvaney got down, spread himself. The legs blocked it. Not sure who's going to the jotter here. Could be Andrew Brady. Can't see. It is in fact Andy Brady. Long and strong history. Quick one is taken. Graham has it. Still Daniel Graham. Has his kick blocked down. Now it's Chucky. Still Chucky. Chucky. Kenny. Kenny across the top to Higgins. Still Higgins. Has done. Blocked down there, but he had done inside that time. Took a knock on the left shin. Not sure who's going to head for the jotter here. Not sure if he's already in the jotter, but it's a 2-point game. Yellow card. That goes to Stephen Sheridan. He, of course, and Sean will be teammates on the Manning Cup team. My watch says that we have about 23 gone. Gaels launching a serious onslaught here. They've had 2 goal chances. One hit the underside of the crossbar, the other one well saved by the keeper. They still lead by 2. This ball needs to go over the bar, because there's a score or 2 left in this Lurgan side. They started the second half very strong. Gaels are now in the ascendancy for the last 3 or 4 minutes, but they haven't translated that into scores. Don't know who the taker it is. It might be Martin Dunn. Not sure if he has the leg for this one. It could be maybe Garrod Collins. Not sure. It might be just outside his distance, about 34, 35 metres out. Don't know what it'll be when he kicks it. Kicking her in high, strokes it to the right, is it? It's gone to the right and wide. Yes, I thought maybe Collins should have been the taker there. 2-point game. Shane Mulvaney again to the 6 yards. Let's see what we're going to have here. Rip Rouse in the final. 2-6, 1-7. All to play for. Gaffney out in his own on the wing. Ball heading down the pipes. He's all out the middle. Graham breaks it. Only down as far as Andrew Brady. Andrew Brady thrown out to Anton Riley. Still Anton Riley. Still Anton Riley finding Dwayne Lynch. Still Dwayne Lynch. Dwayne Lynch, right footed kick down right side. Ball going to go up. Ball broken down by Darren Farrell. Darren has the pocket picket in there as Nolan. Still Nolan back inside getting a foot in there with the cornerback Darren Cassidy. Now it's McKeown. Line ball Lurgan. But good work in there by Cassidy. Done work well on 2 occasions. Man in behind Sean Higgins all on his own. That man in there is Michael Keaton. Getting it is Michael Keaton. Left-footed player. Throwing it back outside. Monaghan. Keaton is the goal on. Stephen Sheridan. Stephen Sheridan kicks her high and kicks her to the left and kicks her wide. Fabulous chance there. Higgins did well to try and cover the route of Stephen Sheridan, but really that should have been a score. We have about 5 on the clock. David Riley, the edge of his box. That would have left it a 1-point game. Is there a goal in Lurgan? 2 points will get them home or get them at least into extra time. 12 plays 10. Out they go to the middle of the park. Pushing in the back. Free out. Chucky Reardon, I think the man that might have been held. He wants to be the taker. Stick Meehan in a hurry to take it. Going to be moved upfield. Lads not moving out of the way in time. Ball played down the pipe. Daniel Graham. Still Daniel Graham. Still now it's going downfield. Now it's going to be a free the other way. Dwayne Lynch taking a knock. Andy Brady. I want to see if everyone's going to be okay. Dwayne Lynch taking a knock to the left side of the head there. He's getting up. I think he's going to be okay. Free will be taken. Andy Brady goes quickly. Back into Andy Brady. Still Brady. Left-footed kick. Reardon has it. Still Reardon. Reardon going high. Inside. There's a lot of small men in there. Hopkins has it. Hopkins still has it. But he's going to leave it for Dwayne Lynch. Dwayne Lynch, Anton Riley. Still Anton Riley. Anton Riley sells the shimmy. Sells it well. Lee Jackson in pursuit. Still Anton Riley. Wins his free in. Going far side of the field. Bistow's man. Up. Bistow's man has it. Ball broken. But Gaffney does well. Getting it back inside. James Lynch. James Lynch, does he send her high? And she's over the black spot. James Lynch has 1-1 from play. She's a 1-point game. Is she going to extra time? Not sure. That's the way it's looking. 1-point game. I have a 2 plus injury time. Gaels need to lift the siege here. Sub on. Sub coming in on the Gaels side. Shane Craig. Shane Craig is on. Don't know who came off. Man coming ashore now. Donald Farley coming ashore. Craig is on. 4 additional minutes. Lots of time on this one. Well won there by Anton Riley. Anton Riley wins his free in. Not interested there. The lead taking names at this stage. It's just get her in there. In she comes. Is there a goal in her? Ball breaks inside. Joe Dunn's there, so too. I don't sure who has it. Back inside. Picks her off the ground as James Lynch. Going to be a free against them. Free out Gaels. Are Lurgan going to take the chances that was afforded them? They are a side not renowned for lying down. They have a great reputation and they have a great tradition. They're the under-16 champions. They're now going to try and get the double. Ball break into Daniel Graham. Still Daniel Graham. Didn't win the free. Looked for it there. When now it's Anton Riley. One man out there that's able to break the tackle. Still Anton Riley. In across the top. James Lynch. Still James Lynch. Now it's inside. A great chance for the equaliser. Has the pocket picked. Well won in there. I think it might have been Higgins. He's going to throw in there to Craig. Craig is back in there. So too is Anton Riley. So too is Martin Dunn. Dunn. Now it's going to be Dunn is going to win the foot race again. Still Dunn. Has inside. Look at who is inside. I believe it's Quinn. Mulvaney's in there. So too. Mulvaney does well. Reads the lines well. Still Mulvaney. Done well. Getting it out to Emmett Daly. Emmett Daly. Now it's Chucky. He needs to win this one. So too does Gaffney. Chucky has it. Still Chucky. Back inside to Collins. Collins, Kenny. Dunn from Kenny. Cutting back inside. Going to go for score from the right foot. She's going to go high. She's going right. She's going long. And she's going over the bar. Reardon did well to win that one. It was an important one to win it. Mulvaney back to the 21. Time. We're in added time. We're 1 minute at least or maybe 2 into it. Ball out. Gael, Lurgan need a goal. Is the goal in them? Collins probably going to drop back now in behind the middle of the field. The quick one is taken. Out it comes. Here come the left 3/4. Donald Farley pumps her downfield. Cassidy there. Cassidy trying to get her into play. Not over the line yet. It's going to be a Lurgan ball. Is the goal in them? Stephen Monaghan might be the man to get it. Ball is thrown in. John Riley trying to shadow Stephen Monaghan. Not taken from the right spot, says the linesman. Ball will be taken again. Stephen Shorten will be the taker. He's probably going to pump her in around the house. Gaffney's looking for it, perhaps too far away. Chucky's gone in behind to mind the house. I'm going to try anyway. Ball fielded. Cassidy has it. Hadn't a lot to do in the first half. In the second half here, he's doing all that's asked of him. Now it's Collins. Still Collins. Shadowed. He needs to kick this one. And that he does. He gets her down across field. Here we have another man in attack. Ball fleeted in across the top. Unable to get to it is Hopkins. So too now as Dunn has it. Craig is in support. Now it's Craig. The youngster has it. Unable to get it. It's going to be kicked in and it's going to be a 45. Had he got that one and tapped it over the bar, then they certainly would have needed the goal. 2-point game. Into injury time. I make it we're into injury time 2.5 minutes. I could be wrong, been wrong before. Looking down here at a very nervous young gentleman. He was young, but he was never a gentleman. Mr. O'Brien here all the way from Ballabay. Today he's a Gaels supporter. Collins is probably going to go long. If not, he may leave it to Reardon. Reardon probably has the leg to get this one. It has to go dead. The ball must go dead. The oldest rule in the book. Gaels looking for 7 in a row. Lurgan's looking to be the team to dethrone them. Collins steps to the ball. Sends her in high. She's going to drop over the black spot and she's gone over the bar. There's a 3-point game. That's a fine score. Ball's going to be ready to be kicked out. Lurgan need the Houdini act again. They got a goal in the last one. Can they get a goal in this one where time is just about expired? 17 and 16 and a half. It's 3.5 minutes. She's all over. And it's going to be a Gaels victory. No doubt there'll be a man of the match. There's a little bit of argy-pargy. For my money, man of the match today, I think I would have to give it to Michael Stick Meehan. I don't know who's going to get it. A couple of other players. Chucky Reardon got it last year. He's certainly in the running this year. He was there with an old head to calm things and to win some ball back in defence. Lurgan players obviously dejected. They lost in a replay. They've come. They will be back because it's good to see a team from that end of the county coming back. They were very much in the doldrums for a number of years. They've held on to the senior status this year. Mahara McFinn's, Munchaconnet, and indeed Rama United, 3 clubs that we hope in the future will come to the fore. They've done a lot of work at underage level. Today was Gaels' day. Not given much of a chance at the beginning of the year. They're here at the end of the year when it counts. Some good play Cassidy did well there in the end. Shane Mulvaney did a great job for Lurgan at his end of the field. As we said, some good performances on either side. We'll be back for the intermediate final right after this one. Tommy Riley will be here watching the presentation. As I say, the only thing of interest here is to see who's going to get man of the match. Anton Riley, another player who's possibly in there with a chance. Scored 4 points, my reckoning. 1 from a 45 and stuck the other 3 over the bar with either foot. Collins, of course, came to the fore when he was needed. He kicked the last score, but a lot of the hard work was done prior to that. This was a team effort. Even the subs that came in for the Gaels all did well. Slán agus Bannock from here at the minor championship, and full credit to 2 teams for serving up. Let's hope that the intermediate final will be, well, that we'll be served up with the type of football that we were and the type of commitment from either side that we have been in this minor final. So we look forward to Drung and Lacken in the 2004 intermediate final. Slán.
I also want to thank the Royal Council Hotel, the Barnum Hotel, and Ross Line who have sponsored this man of the night award. Here beside me, I have the two captains. I have Donald Collins, the captain of the Cavan Gaels team, and Andrew Riley, captain of the Lurgan team. Here we have two guys that are given so much, but over there come to the Cavan. And the same applies to all players within the whole squad who have worn the blue and white of Cavan down through the years, and hopefully will continue to do so. And I would say to the players on the periphery to continue that hard work, and at some stage you will also wear the blue and white of the county jersey. What I totally do is give me great pleasure to present the Patrick Owen National Trophy for the comfort for the final trophy. We captain the Cavan Gaels team, Donald Collins. Very comfortable, very much, got it all, and very much, anyway. Big deal for running. Is it? Is it? Is it? Thank you. I know there's more to be after Lurgan game. Before we finish, we have one other thing to carry out, and that's the man of the match. And this is a very difficult decision. There were some great performances by players on both teams. But the winner of the match, the man of the match award today, is the number 50 of the Cavan Gaels team, Lurgan. Just to conclude, I also want to thank my master officials on the